right here.
Welcome. I am your humble host, Darren Greene, back with another episode. This is episode 99, and I'm joined by my co-host, Derek Dahl, virtually. How are you?
What's going on? What's good? I'm doing well.
Oh, that's good. You over here. Where you at?
South Beach, me honeys.
Oh, really?
Yes. I'm at the Sagamore right here on in South Beach.
Now I see your place. It's real nice over there.
We did good. Nice little suite. Wanted something that we can entertain in. So I'm hosting a dinner tonight.
Okay.
And so after that, we're probably going to come back here and have little cocktails and do hookah, either sit by the pool or go to the beach or whatever. So, it's nice for this to be my first trip. This is going to be good. I'm excited.
Oh, that's good.
I'm really excited. Yeah.
So
what's up with you? How was your weekend, Ben? How's your week? What's going on?
That was my week. Oh, first of all, I forgot to tell y'all guys, follow TDGS Media on Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube page. All of that information is in the description. We're just doing a little bit different today. However, my week, like I said, I'm just going through finals and trying to do all the work that I need to get done. Buying like Christmas gifts for people and friends and family, and getting ready for the holidays. I'm still, even though we went through this turmoil this year, like I feel still got the Christmas spirit.
Yes, Christmas spirit.
Okay. And also, child, hold on. Let me see who's listening, girl. Let me just see who's listening up in here.
Don't spoil their gifts for them.
We are live, but I'm taking a trip down memory lane, honey. If you know what that is. But I'm not going to give too much. I'm not going to give too much because this is my problem.
Are some things being rekindled?
Things are being rekindled by a certain somebody, but yeah. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But other than that, let's talk about the show. What's been going on? I don't know. I've been working on things that I'm going to surprise you guys next episode. One thing I can talk about is that I have started a podcast network.
Very good.
I'm still in the development stages of it. Like it's not officially there yet. Like I only got like one podcast on my roster, which is this podcast. But for those who don't know what a podcast network is, it's essentially it's like where podcasts come together and I wouldn't say share their views, but like they all put their views together so that they can pitch it to like advertisers and stuff. Like, for example, Podcast One or Studio 71. Those are all podcast platforms where you see like bigger, higher up podcasts. And there's also like a lot of small networks that you just don't really know about because they're not on the radar. So that's what I'm trying to essentially do. So I'm going to be talking to other podcasters that follow me on Instagram, some people that I know that started podcasts. I'm going to pitch the idea to them, and we're just going to see what's going to do next year. Yeah, that's what I've been working on. I wanted to do something because originally, we talked about it before. I was like, I want to do like a publishing site, but I feel like a publishing site is like you really need a team. You need to know how to make the website, and a publishing site is like it's almost like you're making a YouTube website,
right?
Where people can post their own content on your interface. But I think a podcast network is more on my lane, So
that's what you want to do. So
yeah.
Go for it.
I'm gonna go for it now. Yes. So I've been working on that, and you get another surprise on the 100th episode next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we love surprises.
Love surprises, honey. Yes,
we do.
I'm gonna just get right on in because there's really nothing else. It was really nothing else that was going on with me. We just get right on in the hot topics today. So, did you hear about Meek Mill?
I did briefly. He was being very Philly.
Not being very. Oh, come on, not to our Philly listeners. So Meek Mill was in Atlanta and he pulled up in an intersection where there were some kids that were selling water, and he paid the kids not separately, but he paid the kids like $20. Mind you, it was like 5 of them, right? He paid them $20 and like he recorded himself. Like I guess they wanted more, or it wasn't enough, or they thought because he's a celebrity, why would you not give me like a little bit more or whatever? So they was going back.
Why are you giving us $20 to share a piece? That's like $5 a person.
Not $5 a person, for real. So like,
$4.
yeah, and a lot of people. I watched the Joe Budden podcast, and I seen how they were talking about like how it just seemed like he was the way he came off. Like the fact that you recorded it is one thing, and then the fact that you was like, "Oh well, please step away." So like, don't touch my car. Like, split it evenly. I'm like, my thing is this: you could have did all that, but you lost me when you put it on record because I thought you was gonna have like it seemed like you were gonna try to have like a teaching moment, or you was gonna put them on game or something like that. But then you just was like. He was a Karen. Like, step off my car. Don't touch my car. Like, I'm like, okay, well, what was the point of putting that on social media?
Well, I don't know. I would kind of be protective of my car too, especially my expensive car.
Oh no, I get it.
If I'm trying to give you money and you're complaining about how much I gave you when you didn't have any at first, but I mean, he could have handled it a little better. But the whole like when you're giving things out of like just because you want to give or just. Right. I'll never try to shame people for like, putting their charity work on video and like, because I think that we see so much shit in the world. Like we keep seeing people get shot and killed and robbed and things getting looted. And we see all this negative stuff happening in the world. So I think it's good to see people doing good things. It's positive to see people doing positive things. However, I think him trying to do something positive went left and he probably should have just not posted it. He should have just left them that $20 just. We would have been just fine knowing that. And just let that be.
Even if we would have just rolled by, like it's just the simple fact. It just seems very. I don't know. Like I didn't get the whole posting, but celebrities do it now. They live. People live their lives on social media.
True.
But yeah.
But it was just weird. But Meek Mill is weird. Like you know how we feel about that. He's just weird. So.
And it's crazy how that almost like ties into like Cardi's tweet that she made regarding her $88,000 purse. Like, should I give this $88,000 purse? And people was like,
sure.
Girl, read the room. Like people are like Kim. People are dying. Like,
but I mean, they ain't got to do with her money. People
that's
dying.
What I said.
People die every day.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't gonna stop me from making money. It's not gonna stop me from living my life. Okay, people died. People are gonna die tomorrow. So should I get this bag or not?
Not sure I get this bag or all.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're right. People are dying. Well, I'm not dead. Ooh. So, and before I die, I want to enjoy the stuff that I've worked hard to earn. So should I get this bag or not? When it comes to other folks' money, I do think that, some people are grossly rich and like very wasteful.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I have to resolve that. It's their money. And the only thing I can control is making sure that I don't help them make some more. If I don't like how you're spending your money or money that you're making off the backs of other people, all I can do is make sure that I'm not one of the people that's paying into your piggy bank, right?
Right.
Exactly. So.
Okay, all right. You made your point.
Exactly. There's so much going on in the world. People just need to. Yeah. This is the vacation meeting. People just need to relax.
We just need to relax. And I thought it was a little corny what they said about Cardi too. At the end of the day, like every celebrity that's rich is splurging. Like, I mean, yes, we're going through a pandemic, and is it appropriate for her to tweet that about that? I mean,
is it appropriate for her to tweet what she want to tweet about?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, who is caring about this? Like, at the end of the day, like, when I was looking through the tweets, and I'm seeing people, I'm like. I mean, and like,
I mean, for real.
Girl. But anyway, yeah.
They do what they want to do. But yeah, Meek is a weirdo, and God bless him and those kids.
Why and those kids? I did want to switch gears a little bit and talk about Lizzo, though. Yeah. So Lizzo recently spoke out about how she doesn't like her body. She records herself in a video talking about how, like, after she took a shower or something like that, she felt like disgusting and she felt like negative feelings. And a lot of people are saying that's from, because she's been on TikTok recently, and she's been getting a lot of like fat shaming comments.
On TikTok, the most positive place in social media.
Who said that? Who had been saying that?
TikTok is where you get a lot of positive feedback because it's like people from all over the world, and like it's very like kid zone, kid friendly comedy like stuff. But they shaming her. They fat shaming Lizzo.
I mean, it's just an ongoing thing. I mean, like she's a mainstream. I would like to say A-list at this point, celebrity, you know,
Yeah,
and
she's on a list. She is on a list.
Yeah, she broke like different social norms. Like, it's like you never see like a star at that stature at with the appearance that she has.
We've had fat girls before.
Yeah, but not like Lizzo though. Not as big as Lizzo though. Like Lizzo really like last year, come on. She dominated.
Okay.
And I know we had bigger artists before, but it wasn't at the magnitude of Lizzo. So like I said, she's just putting on the front street. And I guess that's why a lot of people are trolling her.
Mm-hmm.
But we see like a lot of videos, like she recently made that video, like this was like one of many videos that she's coming out with. It seems like something is up with her, like she's not like
feeling good about herself.
Yeah. And it's kind of weird. I thought it was kind of weird when I first heard it because I'm like, she's the face of body positivity.
Right. So does that mean that all that positivity she was using as like a marketing gimmick and that she really didn't believe what she was saying? She was just doing it because it would help her sell?
See, I didn't want to say that.
Oh, I said it.
Because I looked at it. I didn't want to say that because I think she's genuine when she was with that body positive, when she was on her body positivity shit, because I think that to a certain extent, yeah, I accept the way I look, I accept the size that I'm in, but at the end of the day, like there's still days where I'm like, damn, I wish I was skinny, or I wish I looked like something else. It doesn't have to do with weight either.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that most people go through that. Like there are days when I'm so grateful for the body that I have. And I'm like, I know people somewhere are starving themselves to get the body that I have naturally. And there are also days when I'm looking in the mirror, I got the shower last night and I was like, damn, I really just want my abs to come in a little more. And I really wish that I could like put on 15 pounds and have like bigger arms and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like, what is your resolution? Like you have to love what you have, who you are. And if there's some things that you want to change, like you're the person that can change it. So if Lizzo is tired of being fat Lizzo, she can change it. She has the means and the agency to change it. And it's good to love yourself 100% for who you are.
Yeah,
that's the message that she sends. It's the message is to be in a space mentally, physically, spiritually, where you can love yourself for who you are, truly, for all the flaws and everything. But also the flip side of the coin is you're in control of your life and your destiny. If that's something that's bothering you, then fix it. Fix it. Change it. She can go get a BBL. She can get lipo. She can get stuff nipped. I'm just saying she has express options. Like she can go to the gym and work it off. She can do a journey like that if she wants to. But like people like Lizzo who are in positions where they can get what they want like quickly, I can't be at your pity party.
Right.
Tell I can relate better to the fat girl from the hood that ain't got money to go get surgery. Or there's not a gym in her neighborhood that she can pay $10 and go work out, or she doesn't have a supportive circle around her that's going to help her, build her up in her body image. I feel for those girls, but Lizzo, it's like, girl, you can fix whatever you don't like, so go fix it.
But I think also too, like she is the face of body positivity because she's like literally the only one that's like there at the moment. Because like I said, we had other artists before. And I think that it was so much like I feel like she has so much what's the word? Like there's so much pressure to be like you have to be body positive because like there's other girls that's looking up to you. And if you say that you're not confident in your body, then somebody will be like, well, I'm not confident in mine.
Right.
But because you know how the general public is. I mean, like, when you're attracted to a celebrity because of a certain reason, and then now you find out the truth that they're actually not confident about their insecurities or whatever the case is, like then it's like, well, damn, well, what am I gonna do?
Right. The opposite of what they did, hopefully.
But I always say celebrities are humans too. We're all the same.
Yeah.
We all deal with trauma. We all deal with being accepted in the world or whatever. It's just because someone is put on a higher pedestal doesn't mean that they are as confident as you see them as, because Lizzo comes off very confident.
Right.
And that's what I do like about her, but like she does have her vulnerable moments, which makes her real.
Hopefully this is a setup for her new music. Maybe her new music will be vulnerable and about her and her body, and she'll let us in on what that feels like.
And I wish she does, seek help, because I do, like I said, this is like a series of, she did multiple videos talking about just like other stuff. Like I remember she was like, oh, well, just because you got money and fame and all this stardom and stuff like that doesn't mean that you're not depressed or anything. Like, and the way she comes off, like she's crying in her videos, and I'm like, she's really crying out for help, and I'm like, what is going on? Yeah. I think sometimes, and if it is like the trolls, because she mentioned it is the trolls on Instagram, sometimes you got to put down the phone.
That's true.
Yeah. Like, because even I don't have, I'm not at the point, in my media career where I have like trolls trolling me, except if I say something on the page, someone makes a negative comment. But like, just like looking on social media and seeing other people's lives, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get caught up into that. Like, I can't speak for everybody, but definitely I run into that too. It's like, damn, like they looking all nice. I look at other podcast pages, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Being comparing
yourself.
You find yourself comparing. Yeah.
You have to put down the phone. There's times I'm like, okay, I need to put down this phone, because at the end of the day, bitch, I know my show's the shit.
Period.
And I'm not saying no one else's show is not the shit. I'm just saying
you have to protect yourself too. Like I always say, if your mental health and your emotional health is out of whack, everything else in your life will be out of whack. Everything.
Right.
And so, like in case of Lizzo, I think it's great that she's having a vulnerable moment, but I hope that she channels it into her art, and she also seeks, help if she needs it. Like if she's going under, she needs to find the support she needs.
Right, he does.
And sometimes you're not gonna find that on social media. You're not gonna find that on Instagram. You're not gonna find that on Facebook, especially in the comment section of the world that we live in right now. Like, she needs to find a safe space,
right,
and dwell there for a moment.
Now, if I was a celebrity, I wouldn't even look at my comment list. Like, it's no, it's a no. But everybody's different. People, everyone's sensitivity is built differently. So
yep.
Just put down the phone, Lizzo. You'll get through it.
You'll be fine. We're here to love and support you. Focus on the people that are here for you and that support you and love you, and fuck the people that don't. But it's hard when you're the person that's having the issue in the mirror. Like, it's different when you're dealing with other people's opinions outside of you. But when you can't stand in the mirror and really love on yourself like you need to, like, that's when you need to go. You may need to take a break and find yourself.
Right.
But love to Lizzo.
All right, let's get a little serious. I want to talk about Brandon Bernard. You heard about his execution last Thursday night?
Yeah, it's the 9th one that we've had this year.
Yeah, and it was because of he was convicted in Texas of killing like the youth ministers Stacey and Todd Bagley back in 1999. He's also the youngest person to have ever received the death penalty, nearly 70 years for a crime he committed at the age 18. He was 40 when they got rid of him. It's just weird because we don't really have those cases anymore, like death sentences like that. Like, it's not as big as that. So it's like when you hear about one, it's like, wow, we're still doing this.
Right.
I mean, is that the answer? I don't know. And the fact that all that's happened in this generation, like where we got like mass shooters, we got like the person that shot up that church. He didn't get the death sentence at all, right? He just got life, right? So this doesn't make any sense. I mean, I guess look, he did what he did, but like, damn.
Well, I mean, so what you're saying is you don't believe in the death penalty, right?
Yeah. I feel like it's a contradictory. I mean, like it's like literally, okay, he's getting the death sentence because he probably killed somebody, but I'm like, y'all are doing the same thing. It's almost I'm just saying, like the government. I'm just saying it's almost like when they bar certain tactics in war, but like what like what's the point of having like war is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, there's certain tactics that you can't use, but I'm like, but y'all still going to war, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's still like a problem. I just have issues with it. I'm I'm a peaceful person, you know what I'm saying? Like the death penalty thing is just not. It's just I don't know. I feel like that should be outruled.
So you don't think there's anything that another human being can do that will warrant them to be punished by death?
Like I said, there is some exceptions.
Like what? What are they? What are the exceptions for the life penalty?
Terrorism, for one.
Terrorism.
Like what they did with with Osama bin Laden with the Twin Towers. Of course, they killed them. I guess, but like I feel with his case, it's just like it's just weird. It's just weird.
Well, I kind of agree with you a little bit. For a long time, I didn't really understand what the point of a death penalty was. Like, it's like they kill people. I was like, lock their ass up and make them think about what they did. But then I also had to learn like how the industrial prison complex worked and how much it actually costs to keep these people in jail. Unless like a private prison. But I think that, and I don't want to say anything that's going to offend anyone. Because in a sense, I do believe that there's nothing that a human being could do on this earth that would warrant the government to kill other people. But I also don't believe in letting people who you're not going to rehabilitate just stay in jail forever. Like, because it's a bill. You know what I mean? There are people who've been in jail and been in prison for like 80 years. Like, what are they in there for? Like, you're not rehabilitating them. You're not putting them back into society. Like, why are you keeping them that long? You know what I mean? So I'm like at some point, it's just like, okay, well.
That's why I said it's certain. Like I said earlier, I said it's certain exceptions, like that. Like if they're not trying to change,
mass murderers. I believe that if you go like that boy, if you go in and shoot up a church, like, or go shoot up a school,
or the movie theater,
whatever, like. We're gonna give you 6 months of therapy, absolutely, and we're gonna lock you in a detention center. But baby, it's a very slim chance that you're gonna make it out of this thing without getting an injection in your arm, honey. You just like you're in this experiment, in this bubble of our society. We can't just have people out there just willing to like take people's lives. So we're gonna have to go ahead and put you down. We're gonna have to euthanize you. You have chosen that you don't know how to participate on this side, so we're gonna have to send you back on the other side where you came from.
Crazy. I mean,
that's me. I'm just like you've proven you can't function around other human beings, so we need to put you in the ground.
Well, yeah, if you have no remorse and you have no passion to actually try to rehabilitate your life, then perhaps.
But I think some of the outrage too about the death penalty is because it's been used. It gets used for Black and brown people in cases where it hasn't even really fully been proven if they did it or not.
Yeah,
that's the problem. It's like y'all sending us straight to death, but y'all letting people that y'all see killing folks, you're letting them stay in there for life.
Yeah,
and granting them options of parole because they could change, and showing all this compassion. You don't show that compassion to us. Put them in the ground.
I say keep the same energy. Okay. If there's someone that's terrorizing, like with the whole church thing or the movie theater thing, if they're white or Black, it does not matter. It should be people should have the same energy, and I guess that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, but I'm still, how I am. Like, death for death. I don't think that's. I don't think
that's fair.
Yeah,
right. You're supposed to leave it to God, right?
Well, yeah, leave it to God. That's what I'm saying. Like, what human dictates whether I should live or not? Like, why do we have that? Like, it's
because you have to think about, okay, well, you're a human that has taken other people's lives. Why do you get to keep yours? That's not justice. We live in a justice system. That whole thing, leaving it to God, is like a nature in the wild thing. Like if we didn't have a system of government, we have a system of government, and part of that government is to ensure justice and to ensure balance in the world order. And part of that is if you take a life, you're losing yours. It sounds bad. This is an eye for eye thing, But only time people really do the compassion stuff is when they feel like there's a chance that someone can be saved, or that someone is owed grace. And that's the problem in this country, is that we extend grace to sometimes to the wrong people.
Okay.
I don't know. I just say, it's sad. It was sad to see the incentive can be commuted. And during this time, like, I don't really want to see anybody die. I'm tired of people dying.
Yeah.
But I understand it's a part of life. And if you do the crime, you got to do the time. And
Kim Kardashian tried to get Trump to pardon it.
Trump trying to figure out how to pardon himself at this point. So we knew that wasn't going to happen. I need to hold my breath.
Maybe if he would have won, he would have pardoned him. But he said, "Y'all ain't doing shit for me."
Well, that didn't happen. So,
right,
he's still in delusion land. Talking about never has. He's gotten more votes than any sitting president in the history of the country. It's like, you have, but you also got beat by somebody who got more.
No, someone literally said in a tweet, they was like, "Yo, Biden won so many times. He's literally the 67th president of the United States."
Right at this point, like, damn, Biden has won the presidency every day since the election.
Yes.
Like, let it go, Trump.
Let it go. Like, please just let him be have it. Like, just go ahead, go to your other country, go to your little island or whatever you own or whatever. Just get away, because we don't want to see
somewhere. That. We're done. You're finished.
It's such a sad week, though. Like, because we found out that Wendy Williams lost her mother. We found that out in the last weekend, and then she finally talked about it on her show. And she addressed like the reports and said that her mother died many, many, many weeks ago. And people, here's a little bit what she had to say, though.
Is just a thing. So gone is the best mother, the best girlfriend that a girl could ever have. And I feel fortunate that I had her in my life all of my 56 years because, people in my age bracket, many of you throughout the years, even through radio times, it's like, you're really lucky to have your mom and dad like together in a happy marriage, 65 years together in the marriage. And maybe 2 others before.
And when she was talking about it, at first it was, because there's a lot to unpack here. There was a lot of people that were saying that it just sounds a little weird that she's like, because she's always emotional.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't crying enough, or she just didn't seem like what was going on. And I get a lot of people do that. A lot of people are like this, like, why are you not crying enough? Like, that's your mom or that's your dad or da 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 da. Mm-hmm. But like, I think everybody grieves differently. I didn't look at it like that. I looked at it almost as powerful, because it was like, she said a part in there where she was like, I know. I'll get buck wild. I'll get, on the ground crying, this, that, and the third. But like, I have a son, and I need to make sure that he knows that everything is going to be okay. Because if I'm over here bawling out, what is he going to feel? And I feel like that is, as a parent, that is such a good that's a good mentality.
Right.
Because I've been in instances where things are array, and my guardians would just, everything's the end of the world, and I'm just like, and
you're like, well, damn, what's happening? What's going on?
Like, it's the end of the world too. Like, you have to keep it together. Like, right. yes, there's definitely some instances. I'm not going to bring it up because I am on live. I don't know who's listening, but like the fact that she kept it together. Yes, I was happy for it. I didn't take it as, oh, she's like not she's not grieving, or she's not like it's not phasing her, like this and third. Wendy, I'm here with you. You get what I'm saying? I can only imagine how a loss like that would feel, but I just hope I'm as strong as she is.
Right.
Now, there was some news that came out from her family. Her brother came out and was like, "Oh, well, she died last Sunday." So I don't know what she's talking about.
So her mom died of. Her mom died of what kind of cancer? It was a cancer, right? That she was battling.
Colon cancer?
So
no, that was somebody. That was the actress.
I think her mom died of. She was dealing with a cancer. And Wendy's saying her mom died weeks ago.
Many weeks ago.
Many weeks ago. I would only taking that into context, understanding, that cancer can sometimes be a very, very slow process of getting out. It could be the mental shift of accepting that it's a fate, like accepting that it's terminal and I'm going to die. And some people resign, and I think when she said my mom died many, many weeks ago, which means that my mom resigned from life weeks ago. So I was able to have closure with her. I was able to talk to her. I was there with her, and I'm at peace with it. We don't know how Wendy has grieved since, like over the past couple of weeks. And sometimes when you're watching someone slowly get out of here, them passing is relief, because you know that they're not suffering anymore. You know what I mean? It's like you got tired of watching them like in pain and like deteriorating, and being a person that has experienced that. Like I've literally watched someone like go from vibrant life to not being here before. It hurts.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like you do have to kind of like center and settle yourself. And I think for Wendy,
saying she was gone weeks ago, symbolic.
Yeah. So I don't think that she meant to say that her mom died weeks ago, and then her brother like she just died Sunday. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Because what it made it look like was she didn't want to tell us at all. She didn't want none to know, which she does. She has absolutely every right to not let the public know at all.
Right.
But that wasn't the case. You're saying that's not
right. That's not what I read out of that. And even if I'm like, because my thing was like, well, was she on a ventilator, or like was she on a life support system for weeks, like for a few weeks before they pulled the plug? But all the details haven't come out yet. But so I like just from her delivery, that's the context that I pulled from it. I'm not saying that's absolutely the fact, but when she said it, I didn't think of it as my mom's been dead for 3 weeks. Y'all just finding out about it. I took it as my mom wasn't my mom at the end. You know what I mean? Like my mom had resigned and started her transition.
Yeah.
Like older people. Her mom was in her 80s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it happens. Like my granny, when she died, she was 80, she was like 86 or something like that, like 5 years ago. No, she was 90. She was in her 90s. And like toward the end, like mentally, she kind of like checked out a little bit. Like she had like dementia, but it's like, oh, that's
Nope. Child, the Wi-Fi done dropped. Hold on. Well, I'm sure what he was talking about was are you back on? I see you moving.
Oh, damn, it cut out.
It cut out.
I see you moving. Damn, restream.
I know.
That's crazy.
They done cut you off.
Cut his mic. Prayers for Wendy.
Pray for Wendy and
her family.
Her family. I didn't like how her brother came out with it, because it seemed like it was some kind of a like she needs to take a break. She needs to take a break. Like we get that. Like Wendy works herself a lot, and you can tell.
Yeah. She may be due for a breakdown.
Yeah, and sometimes you need to. Yeah, you have to cope some type of way, and I mean, basically, eventually, like the show is going on hiatus until January, so she's gonna get a little break that she needs, and then she'll come back and back for more.
And give us more foolishness.
Not more foolishness. But yeah, I mean, it's I feel so bad for Wendy. It's just a crazy week.
Yeah. Natalie Giselle died too. I don't know if that was on the show, but if you remember Cinderella, do you remember Cinderella?
I remember her on Baps and
Baps.
Medea
Natalie Giselle Reed.
Mm-hmm.
She was on a lot of stuff.
I just watched her on Medea's Happy Family.
Yeah, she was also on Eve, on the show Eve.
She was the one that died of colon cancer.
Yeah, she died of colon cancer, and
you gotta watch that.
She was 53 years old. It's like, y'all go get y'all booties checked out, please.
Yeah,
be on top of yourself.
Be on top of yourself. When you get to a certain age, you gotta get tested for those things. And I'm not saying that she didn't take precaution, because you never know.
Yeah, cancer's tricky. Cancer comes when it want to come.
Yeah. Even if you do the right thing, it still can happen. It's just the way of the universe. I always look at it like that. But I'm sad to see another person go. Like this year is just crazy. We're losing everybody left and right. Like What is going on?
I knew this year wasn't gonna be shit when we lost Kobe.
First of all, did you hear about that damn vaccine? The FDA approved that.
Oh yeah, I saw. Y'all, you gonna take it?
No, I mean, are you?
I have no interest in taking a vaccine that only took 8. Now I'm all about science and about trusting, the process and all that shit. But listen, no.
No.
Mm-mm.
I think if enough people take it, the virus will stop spreading.
Well, good. I hope enough of y'all take it so I don't have to. Please.
Right. Because that's kind of what happened with the swine flu. Like people once the vaccine came out, people were taking it. Some people didn't. I ain't never take that vaccine, and it kind of it went away. So for those that are taking it, you guys are some troopers. Shout out to y'all. Good luck. God bless. But I ain't taking it. Honey, I wake up, child. I turn green, girl. But anyway,
lung on fire.
Not lung on fire, girl.
No thanks.
Joke. Anyway, on a lighter note, did you hear about all these? Well, I don't know about a lighter note, more of a stupid note. But you heard about Disney and all their plans and making all these shows and movies and spinoffs and shit.
What's going on?
Disney did like some kind of expo where they were talking about like how the iPhone does it every year. They have like a little presentation of like what's the new products and stuff like that. Like Disney is doing that now.
Oh, okay.
Showcasing all the new shows and projects or whatever. One that is notably like people were really talking about it was they're making a Princess Tiana show. Remember
yes.
the Frog? We finally got the full cast of Little Mermaids with
Halle Bailey.
Halle Bailey, yeah. Melissa McCarthy is playing Ursula. Okay, that's interesting. And the other cast members, I don't know their names by heart, but I'm like, okay, it seems pretty cohesive. I like the cast. I don't have an issue with the cast. We're getting 10 new Star Wars shows and 10 new Disney Plus Marvel Studio shows, and I'm like,
why?
And a lot of people were talking about this a lot because I watch a lot of like YouTube, like I said, video essays talking about like how Disney is kind of like ruining franchises, and I'm not even just going to highlight on Star Wars. It's just like literally everything that they bought when even with their own shit, when they tried to do like the live action Mulan, that was a cinematic failure. To the Star Wars movies, that was cinematic failures. To the show, like the only show that they do have that's good is The Mandalorian. But I'm like, you giving us 10 more shows and y'all trying to push this shit out next year?
Why was the Mulan one a cinematic failure?
Mulan, it was not like, and I know people are like, oh well, you can't. It's not going to be all like the cartoon, but like Mulan, the editing was bad, the acting was a little off. There was a lot of like moments in there that was kind of culture appropriating. Like even the Chinese community was like talking negatively about it. Like it seemed like appropriation.
Oh my God, it's about Asians. Like not appropriation. It's about y'all.
But then put them on the forefront. Make them directors. Make them. Well, hold on. Let me confirm.
See, look at me.
I'm pretty sure they were American directors, and they were telling their own story, and they made Mulan out to be this she was a superhuman. Like basically, when you look at the old Mulan, and we're gonna digress on that a little bit, but basically she was just it just wasn't. It's
a fairy tale. It's make believe. That's the first thing.
The thing about it is they didn't. I get that it's make believe, but at the end of the day, like we're not trying no more. Like the fact that like movies back in the day, like I always will commend like movies in the 80s and 90s era because they didn't have the good computer graphics like they have now.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? They did have good screenwriting and dialogue.
Right.
Like I think now because we got this super like studio special effects and all this stuff, like now we ain't got to worry about the dialogue now because if we just give them a good show, then they're just gonna eat it up, which they are. Disney's still gonna make money. People are still gonna eat this stuff up. But I'm like, y'all are squeezing Star Wars and other franchises to the max. Like you're trying to make it out to be MCU. MCU is their only thing that's really like making it. Like their shows are good, but even that, like they're making too many. They're doing too much. They need to calm down. They need to get some better writers because I don't know what them writers is doing, child. It don't make any sense. Now I don't know. Look, I'm taking screenwriting now. I know my ass can't screenwrite, but there's a lot of directors out there that are screenwriting, and I'm like, y'all are the problem. Y'all are directors, okay? Y'all not screenwriters. But I digress on that. I'm happy to see that there's going to be a Tiana show. They're doing a show on Moana, which is interesting. You know, giving them some content because we only got one original show on Disney Plus, and I'm not paying $9 a month, and I'm only watching the show that comes out one year. Like, right. So good to see new shows, I guess. Sister Act 3 is coming out too.
Oh, that should be fun.
Yeah, but it's going to be produced by Tyler Perry.
Lord, them wigs, help us.
Not them wigs. I expect nothing but weird acting and awkward pauses and Whoopi Goldberg carrying the entire movie, basically.
Whoopi Goldberg doing what?
Carrying the entire movie.
Oh, she's going to be in it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, good for her. Good for her.
We'll see how this is going to act, child. I don't know.
I want to know who else going to be in it. Tiana Taylor going to be in it?
He said bring back Lauryn Hill. You said
Tiana. She'd be late.
Tiana Taylor need to do something, child, because she done quit she trying to quit the music industry.
She can go back to acting. We like her on screen.
Yeah, it should be a better act. Like, yeah. Like those Netflix movies, they were cute. I like it. Yeah, she's
a great singer too. Like she's a great performer. Like she's gonna be fine.
I think also too, because remember when I was over your place last week. It was you left, and I forgot his name, but we were talking about the problem with Tiana Taylor, and one of them said, like, literally, it's because she tries to be like the old-fashioned R&B so bad that it's not looking authentic.
But that's what Bruno Mars does.
Yeah, but he didn't last. I mean,
he didn't. This nigga performed at the Super Bowl. Did a world tour. He can take a break. He'll drop an album next year. Just watch what I tell you. People take breaks. He'll drop an album.
But he was also kind of like when he was doing that shit, no one else was doing that shit. Like he was bringing back. He brought back like some elements of like original R&B.
Pop.
Yeah, right. But like the thing with Tiana Taylor is just, and I get that too. It's just like I'm not really. I want to like her so bad. And I'm sorry to say this. I hate when we talk about music because you be trying to eat me out alive. But the thing about it is though, I hate how I want to like her so bad, but it's just like the music is not here. The same thing with how people feel about Normani. Like we want to like you so bad, like we want you to be.
But where is the music?
Where is the music?
But Tiana actually put out the music, and she didn't get recognized for it. So she's like, well, y'all don't appreciate it, so I'm gonna not do it anymore. I felt sad when I saw that. I was like, don't do it for them. Like, don't do it for Grammys. Don't do it for do it because you love doing music. And
you love music. You will always have fans. She has fans. Like she has fans. It wouldn't matter to me, but I guess when you're on a label and they're like, hey, you got to sell this amount if you want to stay with us.
It's a sales business. You know, when you're in the industry, when you're not independent, you're really part of a sales corporation. Like your label has to make the money back that they put up for you. And, you know.
And I think that was the issue anyway. She's having issues with her label. I mean, that's the issue. Yeah. Well,
with her label. And she signed to Kanye. Oh.
More. That man didn't push her like she needed to. I felt like a lot of her music not being what it needed to be is because of the ill management. That's why I don't like when artists try to put on artists. Like leave it to people that are in that corporate realm. Okay, yes, you've been an artist, you've done it before, but like at the end of the day, you're still still worried about you first.
Right.
If I was an artist, I would never want to be signed by another artist. Like unless it's like because Jay-Z artists kind of made it. Like Jay-Z, Beyonce, because you know with Beyonce with the Chloe Haley. But like, nah, I can't because I feel like you still trying to elevate you, and that's good. Like you can do that, but like at the end of the day, I'm gonna need like a label that's like just dedicated to artists. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. I'm not no artist. I don't know.
Well, most artists aren't most artists that own labels aren't managing the other artists. All they're doing is they're investing the money that they've made into creating space for other artists to be able to make their art. If I had a label, the money that I put into the label isn't for me to tell this artist what to do or manage their schedule, their books and stuff like that. I have my own projects to work for. My thing is I'm giving you $5,000 so that you can pay for studio time, so you can record your music and buy your beats, and putting money towards your advertising. All I want is within a year, when this album comes out, I need to see me make my money back. I want my money back.
Period.
As an investment.
Okay.
And if you don't make the money back, then I have to drop it from my label because I can't keep putting money into you and it not sell. That's how the business works. It's like it's a sales business. You're really literally building up a sales company. So
yeah, I mean it's a sticky industry. You gotta
very, very much so.
Yeah, you have to. And I also think she's just haven't had that song. You know that song that just catapults you, and then every other song is just you just skyrocket after that. Ah, you left again. Oh my god. This is, oh my goodness. I cannot with this Wi-Fi today. I'm so sorry, guys, that are listening to the show. Let me put a little mark on there till he comes back. Because I don't know what is going on with that. What is going on? Oh, he done left. Oh, Lord. Well, hold on. All right, there you go. We back. Ugh, Lord Jesus.
Sorry, I'm still here.
This is a nightmare. Oh my God, I hate doing this live.
It's fine. Listen, life happens, child.
I know.
We ain't lost nothing. Our sponsor's still here. Our sponsors are still here.
Period. Okay, yeah. Let's move on. Keisha Cole's versus Ashanti.
That's tonight, right?
It is?
That's tonight. Today's Saturday?
I thought it's usually on Sundays. Oh, well.
Is it Saturday or Sunday? I thought it's tonight.
But let's look it up.
If it's tonight, I'm gonna be at dinner and I'll probably just come back. We'll come back here and I'll play like
See, let me see. I always look at the highlights though. I don't never watch the whole thing. Saturday, December 12th, 5 p.m.
Oh yeah. Oh, at 5?
Yeah, it's within the next couple hours.
Eastern time? Oh, so I'll be here. We'll be able to watch it. And then our dinner's at 7:30. So I'll get a chance to see it.
Ooh.
We'll get to turn up.
Period.
Yeah. I'm excited about that. Who you think gonna have the most hits?
Keisha. But they said if Ashanti start playing them features, it's a wrap.
It is. And she started playing that J-Lo music she wrote.
Oh. She might as well start playing J-Lo music. Shit, if she wrote
that from the beginning,
then it's mine.
Right. I'm excited. I did not think it was going to be Keisha Cole versus Ashanti, but that's a good matchup. Because I was thinking Keisha Cole versus maybe a K Michelle, or like a Keisha Cole versus like a Mary. It's like I was gonna say Mary J. Blige, but I know people want to see Mary J. Blige against Faith Evans, but they don't like each other. So
they really still don't like each other.
I don't think so. I don't think that ever healed. I don't know. That's just last I heard. I don't think they do each other like that.
Well, okay.
But anyway, it's gonna be interesting to watch and to see.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what happens, and we'll definitely talk about it the outcome, because it might you never know what it's going to do. But I don't think it's going to be as like big. Well, let me not come for these artists, but I don't think it's going to be as like
big as Brandy and Monica.
Yeah, probably, because that was that. I mean, the only thing that kind of topped that was the Gucci and Jeezy thing. Like that was
right.
Yeah,
I felt that. That's all Atlanta was tuned into that.
I want Versus to shake things up. Like I they need to get people that have serious beef before. Like, why don't we get like a Nas or Jay-Z? But I don't think Jay-Z will ever do it.
Oh well,
Nas will probably do it though.
Maybe.
Or maybe not, but they need to shake it up, because it's very safe with these combinations. I mean, it's very safe. It's been safe. But one last thing I wanted to talk about, and I know you was boasting it to me all week, is Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, the show receives its lowest ratings. Okay, now we done messed up the Wi-Fi again. Why at the okay? There you go. Yes.
I'm listening.
Well, look. Season 13 premiere garnered a mere 1.418 million viewers. That is said to be the lowest viewership ever in Real Housewives of Atlanta history. I don't know if it was Real Housewives history or Real Housewives. It's Real Housewives of Atlanta history. Not looking good, but like I said earlier, I said, I feel like this has always been like a story every
year.
It's like, and maybe it reached a new low every year. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it just seems very the same. Like, people really don't really show up to the first episode. Don't nobody ever show up to the rest.
Yeah, nobody watches premieres anymore. However, the season finale of Real Housewives of Potomac, they did amazing.
They also had an explosive season.
They did amazing.
They also had an explosive season.
That means, they came on back to back of each other. That means people chose not to watch Atlanta. That's what that means. That means people chose not to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Well, I think Real Housewives of Atlanta it's not really offering, well, if you're taking it from face value, it's not really offering anything that's like too dramatic. I mean, we got the whole Strippergate thing. Strippergate is going to do its thing.
Too dramatic, honey.
But we don't know what's going to do. We don't know what it's going to do on the next half of the season, because we know they have like stuff might happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true.
I also think that there's a lot of Nene fans that have boycotted the show or have not watching the show because she's not on it no more.
Oh.
Which I don't think it would have changed if Nene would have been on it anyway, because I feel like, and someone said this too, like the Peach reporter or whatever on Instagram, they see like the clips from the new cast members, Drew Sabor or whatever. They like the new connections that they have on they like the new connections that because I'm just reading these comments and I'm like, girl,
right.
You see the comments too?
What is going on? I'm gonna be like, child, what is this?
What is this, honey? Like, don't get off my damn. Don't troll me.
Right, baby. You got the right cast today.
You got the right cast today, Karen, or whoever the hell you are. Girl, I'm not even gonna repeat that. Anyway,
what is this?
I didn't. So you can see everything. Oh wow,
I can. What is this?
People that are listening to the podcast, I'm so sorry, but
we're on YouTube, and the YouTube comments
we're getting some racist trolls right now, and I guess I'm gonna cry in the corner. It's like, nah,
I'm gonna go cry in the car, honey.
Cry in the car, honey, because oh my god, they don't like black people. But here's the thing, the connections that Drew Sabor had, like not the connection, but like just the interaction that you see the new cast members have, like them kind of getting into a little. Like it's a little scuffle, but it's not really an argument. I feel like before, everybody hate each other. Like everyone didn't really like each other like that. And I think that it was such a awkward moment. Like, and I'm not blaming it solely on Nene, because people picked fights with Nene. I just felt like they're just tired of each other. Everyone is just tired of each other. And I feel like these cast members are not going to last forever. I mean, like if you look at it, none of the season 1 cast is on there anymore at this point because you can't really count Candy and Cynthia because they came later. So it's gonna be some change, and I think that we have to get used to the change. I'm never gonna not watch Real Housewives of Atlanta because at the end of the day, yeah, like Potomac is having a good season because of the drama, but I'm willing to bet any amount of money. If nothing explosive happens next season, the ratings will not be there too. Because I'm sorry, Potomac doesn't do it for me like Real Housewives of Atlanta. It would never. I don't care if Nene's on there or not. Now we're gonna see because people underestimating this season too. Like we don't know what this season is gonna hold. So I think it might. I think it might do well. I'm still holding it down. I'm still gonna give the little thing. So the first episode was like kind of centered around Portia and her marching and protests with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. They actually showed the part they showed the part where she got arrested. Then it goes to Kenya and her situation. Like she's still going through that divorce, girl. I'm like, girl, if you don't sign that paper,
just let it go. Sign a piece of paper, let it go.
Cynthia and Mike are dealing with their little thing. I think with Cynthia, child, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. The first episode wasn't all that, but I still think that it was like, I think we missed, for the most part, a lot of us missed Real Housewives of Atlanta because it's like, what happened next? Like, what's going to happen next? I like the episode, even though people didn't watch it. A lot of people ain't know that it was out too. It was like, oh my God, there was a new episode. I'm like, yeah, girl. Get together. It's, like I said, poor promotion. But another thing that I wanted to bring up with these shows, I do feel like, because my best friend would talk about it, she was like, I'll sit there and watch the whole episode of so-and-so on Instagram. It's like, it's these pages, like, I'm hating, I brought you up positively, but the RHOA reportedly, or whatever, the Peach reportedly, whatever, those pages, they were literally put in huge clips of the show. And it's like, if I'm watching it on Instagram, I got the gist. I don't really need to watch it on television.
Right.
So I feel like they need to incorporate their shows and integrate it onto social media because people are watching it on social media now.
They did that with Real Housewives of Potomac. Their season premiere was on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, we watched it. We watched it on Twitter.
And then those
watched it the day before.
And those views will count.
They count as ratings. You have to put the stuff where you put the stuff where the
Housewives of Atlanta, you do that because I feel like they will get a lot more views.
Possibly, yeah.
I thought they got the same people. I mean, it's the same people. So why is it all the shows doing that? Well, they need to start doing that. I think that's a good idea because everybody's on Twitter anyway. Yeah. Well, they should. Well,
y'all let me know how the season work out. Let me know when Portia go to jail, and
can you finally get the?
Let me know when can you finally get divorced and lose the baby, lose the custody of Mark.
Oh, I hope that
happens.
I hope that don't.
I don't know what's going on over there, but I don't know. I'm just not interested.
Who's not interested?
I feel about do I care? I just don't. Right. Am I being petty about it? Probably.
Yeah.
Like, should I just watch it just to enjoy the show? Maybe. But I just don't enjoy the show when Nina's not on it. I don't enjoy the show. I'm invested in seeing her growth, and if she's not on the show, I don't care. I don't care about none of those other girls like that. None of them. Like I don't care about any of them like that. None of them. So I won't be watching, and I'll be listening, and I'll be excited to hear your reports. But I'll be reporting when Lanithia Lounge opens up.
Well, we definitely gonna go to Atlanta.
Yes, definitely.
Because I want to go there. What do you think? We might see Nene?
Yeah, I hope so. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I have for topics today.
Well, that's all we got, honey. That's all the tea that you spilling.
Because I know that's all the tea.
As you can see, I went ahead and primped myself. I'm about to go get on this little beach real quick. My friends are already out there drinking and chilling and getting their sun on. So I got to go put my swim trunks on and then get my little tan before I get ready to go host this dinner later on.
Oh,
Thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you all for calling, and I can't wait. The 100th episode next week.
ooh, you gonna be back, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'll be there.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I don't know.
I'm not even going to North Carolina no more, child. It's a drag.
Okay, well, I'll be there. So we'll be in touch throughout the week.
Okay.
Hit me up. Follow me on Instagram.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
See y'all on a house party.
Girl, I'm trying to exit out this. But anyway, guys, thank you for listening to the show. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hope you've enjoyed the convo. Until next time, I am your host, Darren Greene.
I'm Prince Derek Doll.
This is the Darren Greene Show signing out. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and give us a 5-star rating. As always, enjoy the convo.
All right, bye, live. See y'all later, honey.
Bye.